I hear myself, I won't go hospital, no way. It go.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. We provide social protection in case of injury, sickness, or death.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation.
It's all about tomorrow.
Touches the life of everyone.
No test to be. Figure about the future.
Now who will look out for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow? Now who will look out for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow?
I hustle, whole day. I hear myself, I won't go hospital, no way. It go.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. We provide social protection in case of injury, sickness, or death. We provide insurance and income.
Hello people. I know this life is borrowed. If I should die before I work, then what become of my people?
Death you can't escape, but with National Social Security, rest assured your family's safe. Benefits we surely pay. Now who will look out for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow? Now who will look out for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow?
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. Your benefit provider. We provide medical benefits, retirement pension, cash benefits, survivor's benefit, invalidity benefits. Nasscorp, it touches the life of everyone.
Figure about the future.
Now who will look out for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow? Now who will look out for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow?
I hustle, whole day. I hear myself, I won't go hospital, no way. It go.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation.
Hi there, welcome to your program, the Nasscorp Hour. The Nasscorp Hour is a 55 minutes live, informative, and interactive talk show designed to educate the public on Nasscorp's functions and its activities. We're coming to you live from Radio MONROVIA 92.1 FM, the heart of the nation on the east bank of the St. Paul River. We have relays on ELBC 99.9 FM, Liberty Broadcasting Services out of Sino, 105.5 FM, Laxa Radio out of Buchanan, 92.5 FM, Puma Radio out of Bummy, 106.3 FM, Classic Radio out of Kakata, 93.9 FM, Radio Life Zozo and Lofa, 92.5 FM, and the Voice of Firestone, 89.5 FM. You can catch us on TLC Africa live stream YouTube page right now, and Radio MONROVIA Facebook live stream 92.1 Facebook page. Okay, as we're all aware, Nasscorp is the acronym for National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. Acronym meaning the shortcut name, Nasscorp. My name is CORA Taylor Ferguson, your host and presenter. In studio today is my co-host, Mr. Don Daniels. Welcome, Mr. Daniels.
Thank you, Madam Ferguson, for having us here again. And to all our avid listeners, we say you also welcome.
Okay, please stay tuned. We'll be right back with your favorite informative talk show, the Nasscorp Hour, where we're going to emphasize on the evolution of Social Security in Liberia. Okay, as you all know, Nasscorp will be 50 years old on July 10th. So we've got lots of good news for you all.
Hospital, no way. It go.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. We provide social protection in case of injury, sickness, or death.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Radio Monrovia 92.1 FM. This is the Nasscorp Hour. Now, let me point out to you the principal objectives of this show, the Nasscorp Hour. We are here to enhance the public's understanding of the nature and functions of Nasscorp. Okay, the Nasscorp Hour is here to minimize the misinformation and wrong perceptions about Nasscorp amongst the Liberian populace. The Nasscorp Hour is here to stimulate payments of Social Security contributions by all institutions operating in Liberia. We are here to promote Nasscorp's work at the community level and amongst the Liberian populace. The Nasscorp Hour is here to inform employees of their rights to Social Security benefits, as well as their responsibility to ensure that monthly contributions deducted on behalf of employees are shared by them and their employers. Last but not the least, the Nasscorp Hour is here to disseminate information to the general public on the programs, services, and benefits provided by Nasscorp. Then I always tell you about the facts of life, while Social Security is important, because just depending on your job is not enough when hard times falls in and stuff like that. Okay, we secure your financial future. Social Security can provide important income protections and safety by coming to your support when you're most in need. Okay, here at Social Security, our mission is to provide financial security to sustain the quality of life of insured workers. Our vision is to deliver convenient and exceptional service through innovative solutions in bridging income gaps and improving the quality of life for all beneficiaries. And our core values are stewardship, integrity, equity, transparency, accountability, and efficiency. Remember, it is the law that all employers who hire one or more employees must register and pay contributions to Social Security. I also would like to let you know that we serve you from all over the country. Okay, we have regional offices in every county to serve you all. Our head office is located on 24th Street and Tubman Boulevard in Cinco, Monrovia. Then we have our Region 1 office that covers Montserrado County. It's located on 15th Street and Payne Avenue. That's in Cinco, Monrovia, where we say beach side, 15th Street, that's Region 1. Region 2 covers Grand Bassa and Riverside counties. Region 2 is located on the corner of Robert and Tubman Streets, opposite the Catholic Mission in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. Region 3 covers Bombing, Cape Mount, and Bapaloo counties. Region 3 is located on Ellen Avenue in Tubmanburg, Bombing County. Then we have Region 4, and Region 4 covers, let me see here, Okay, I just give you Region 3 that covers Bapaloo.
Maryland and Bonnie.
Yeah, Region 4. Region 4 covers Margibi County, and it's located in New Kakata community opposite the LRA office, Kakata, Margibi County. Then we have Region 5. Region 5 covers Bung and Lufa counties. Region 5 is located on the Executive Drive opposite the Presidential Palace in Banga City, Bung County. Region 6 covers Nimba County and is located in the Glanum community in Ganta, Nimba County. Region 8, there's no Region 7. Region 8 covers Maryland, River G, and Grand Crew counties. And Region 8 is located on Maryland Avenue in Harper City, Maryland County. And then we have Region 9 that covers Sino and Grand Jita counties. Region 9 is located on Mississippi Street in Greenville, Sino County. There you have it. Our offices to serve you throughout Liberia. Okay, we are there for you. Can you imagine? We secure your financial future. That's Nasscorp. And like I said, today we'll be talking about the 50th birthday of Nasscorp and the evolution of Social Security in Liberia. I do have my expert in the studio, Mr. Daniels.
Yep. Thank you, Madam Ferguson. As you know, within the next 2 weeks, July 10th, the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation, Nasscorp for short, will be celebrating its 50th anniversary.
Yes.
I can say some things, but there are some things I cannot say. But this is what I can say to all our beneficiaries. I say all our beneficiaries, whether you are from the private sector or from the GOS sector. Nasscorp has an anniversary gift for you. That's what I'm permitted to say at this time. I can say more than that. What that gift will be, how it will look like, I can assure you, our Director General will, on a time arrange, acquaint all of our beneficiaries of what that gift is going to be. But you will receive a gift. You know, our Director General, honestly, his heart is with the people of Liberia, our beneficiaries.
That is so right.
And so he and along with his management team did not plan an elaborate celebration, as the case will be in instances like this. You're talking about our silver jubilee, right?
That's right.
50th anniversary is no small thing. But he says, look, let the people for whom this program is established feel the program, if in any small way, but let them feel a part of Nasscorp more than just the regular benefits that they pick up, which they deserved because they have made contributions too. So I can assure you, our beneficiaries, you are the heartbeat of Nasscorp, you are the heartbeat of this Director General, and his team been thinking about you, and they plan to do a little thing for you, something special. Now, don't go to bed and start dreaming about it, because it's 10 days between now and our anniversary day, which is July 10. But I can assure you that your heart is in the right place with our Director General. Having said so what we intend to do is, over the next 3 weeks, exactly, we told you this last week, is to dedicate the show mostly to the presence of Nasscorp, to what Nasscorp has been doing in this country, to the importance, the relevance, the value of Social Security, especially affecting the lives of people who work in this country. And that is what we want to talk about. So while we commence today talking about the evolution of Social Security in Liberia, we want to initiate this discussion to just back up a little bit. What were the conditions that workers in Liberia faced before the coming of Social Security? What were some conditions that they went through? You know, sometimes it's good for you to reflect on what the conditions were that necessitated the launch of Social Security, in order for us to appreciate the Social Security program in spite of all of its shortcomings. because there are some shortcomings we have. But when you can think about what we used to be before Social Security
and where we are now,
and where we are now,
Right.
then you can say, oh, thank God for Social Security. So we want to back up a little bit and talk about what are some of the conditions we went through. Workers and employees in Liberia face significant challenges before Social Security in terms of labor rights, job security, and welfare protection. So Social Security is about welfare protection, and that is where we come in. What were some conditions? One, we had lack of formal labor protection. Formal labor protection. There was no labor protection for workers in this country. Remember, Liberia started off like that, and then companies started coming to this country to invest, to extract our minerals and the rest of it. Firestone came, the iron ore mining companies came, and several others. And then they needed workers. They needed people to work. But the process of recruiting these people and their stay on the job was unprotected. There was no formal protection. Workers, before Liberia began to pass laws to protect our workers, labor laws to protect workers were vulnerable. Their welfare, their future, whatever happened to them was at the discretion of the employer. So if an employer thought it fit to do for workers, especially sometimes a worker who will get injured on the job, then Madam Ferguson, they will do so. If the employer didn't think that worker deserved his beneficence, of course, they won't do so.
They wouldn't, right.
Yeah, they were at the grace of the discretion of employers, but that should not be the case, right? So employment relationships were often informal, with little legal recourse for workers. So if a worker was at work and got injured on the job, and you know, on Social Security currently, if a worker get injured, they got benefits,
right,
with Nasscorp. For instance, the hospital expenses is paid by Nasscorp. If they should sustain temporary or permanent disablement injuries, Nasscorp pays for that. But before Nasscorp, it was at the discretion of the employer. Workers were not really protected. There were no standardized regulations governing working hours, so workers would just work as long as the employer said work. Beyond 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, even into the night. There was no regulations for overtime payment. So how much should somebody earn when they work beyond the normal working hours? Well, it was not there. And working conditions. Many of our people labor under unsafe working conditions. Let's take, for instance, the concessionaires. The folks were not given boots to wear when they went into the bushes. They didn't have goggles to cover their eyes. Mm-hmm. They didn't have helmet, gloves, and all that kind of stuff. They just had to go and do the work. And then, of course, you know, they were paid what was convenient. Workers had minimum protections against arbitrary dismissal, and termination could occur without due process or notice or even severance pay. I mean, these were the kind of conditions that workers face in the country. So it left workers very vulnerable because they had to operate at the behest of the employer. Mm-hmm. There was another thing. It was not only a lack of formal labor protection that workers suffered. They also there was an absence of retirement or disability benefits.
Oh yeah,
and this is where Social Security come in. There was absence of retirement or disability benefits. It was not until 1944 or thereabouts that the Liberian government, through the national legislature, enacted the very first law to protect workers. It was embedded in something called the Workmen's Compensation Act. This is where legally you could work for 25 years for an employer, whether you like the job or not. But if you look forward to getting the pension, you have to stay at that particular place for 25 years.
Wow.
Before you could get out. If you're already 45 years old, you have to stay there for 15 years before you could get a retirement pension at the end of the day when you left the job. I mean, that was killing. So there was absence of retirement or disability benefits. Without a pension system, because there was no pension system in the true sense of the word, elderly or disabled workers had no guaranteed income after retirement. Or in cases of work-related injuries, they didn't have anything. Many rely on family support or informal savings, like the Susu Club and others. And these fundings were often insufficient to meet their needs in retirement. Work-related injuries or illnesses typically left workers without compensation, exacerbating poverty and reducing productivity of the workforce. People got injured on the job, no benefits offered them. Maybe when the employer felt a bit of sympathy, he will pay you something. And you go sit down, especially if it's a permanent injury where you could not continue on the job. They will just pay you something, then you go and sit down. Okay, sometimes it was not fair. The law provided, and let me be straight with this, the law provided that workers could seek redress in the courts. But you know the court system, sometimes you get there, and the charges are high. The poor workers could not afford court costs in many instances. And then the duration, how long it takes to hear the case. Of course, there were some workers that won cases in court. But then the settlement of what they won in court was dragged along. Those are some of the unfair things that happened to workers before the coming of Social Security. Another instance of things that happened to workers before the coming of Social Security. So we talk about the lack of formal labor protection. We talk about the absence of retirement or disability benefits. They also had limited access to health care, for example, sick leave. Limited access. I mean, some workers benefited, but the majority of workers in Liberia, especially those within the low income gap, they hardly had access to health care. The people up there, managers, assistants, and the rest of them, they had those kind of facilities. But for the lower people working, it was practically non-existent for them. They just had to endure. And then, of course, as a result, what you find out, and this is not me saying it, this is history saying it, people were exploited. There was exploitative labor practices all over the place. And one of the most infamous we have was Fanadapo. The United Nations herself set up the committee, investigated the Fanadapo thing, and realized how people were forcibly uprooted from their homes and towns and exported to work in Spanish companies in Europe. Forced to work. And of course, the Liberia frontier force at the time, the army, would go around. People had to pay hog tax. They were paying hog taxes, and that represented they were not allowed to vote, but they had to pay hog taxes. This is not politics. This is a true situation of what workers face in Liberia before the coming in of Nasscorp. But you know, when Nasscorp came in, things began to change. But before the coming of Nasscorp, the government made some efforts. For instance, the government passed the first labor practices law of Liberia back in 1942. And the whole intention of that law was to provide some level of protection for workers. You know, Firestone have been here since 1926. Other companies are also here around about that time. And these workers are unprotected. So good thinking people say, well, let's try to protect these people who deliver so much for Liberia, who keeps the economy running. And so that law was passed. But you know, it was the first law, so it was the first attempt. In 1962, that law was revised. So they realized there were some things in that law that still fell short, and so they brought in the 1962 revision of the labor law. But that too was quite insufficient. It did its part. The workmen's compensation did some things to carry things forward, but it was still not sufficient. The social protection provisions of the labor practices law, known as the workmen's compensation, although based on the principle of liability without fault. So by 1962, that's what I was saying, liability without fault, was a milestone to instituting fair labor practice and a just compensation for employees sustaining occupational injuries and retiring from insurable employment. However, I'm reading it here, it did not require compensation for dependents of employees who die as a result of job-related conditions. Now, currently, Nasscorp gives the dependents, the wife and the younger children, or the husband and the younger children of an employee who died because of job-related conditions, benefits. But prior to this, the Workmen's Compensation Act did not provide anything for dependents like that. I mean, if your husband died, the children's father died while at work as a result of an accident on the job, the family hardly got anything. Again, it was left to the discretion of the employer. So if the employer felt good about that man or that woman who died on the job, they would give a little envelope to the family and say, oh, you're sorry. But there was nothing regulated. It was not a law for the employer to do so. Okay. Another thing, it did not cover people who work for the government, especially in the lower bracket. In the higher bracket, rather, like presidential appointees, ministers, the president, vice president, members of the national legislature, the Supreme Court bench, which is the Chief Justice and the rest of the bench, and appointed judges of courts. All these people are not protected under the Workmen's Compensation Act. They were left vulnerable.
I wonder why was that?
Well, it was the thinking at the time that, maybe they were the
They
big
were
shots.
able to hold their own back.
They could maybe hold their own bag, so there was no need to provide protection for them. But working for the country, you need protection.
That's right.
And that is why Social Security has achieved over the years. Social Security now provides protection for all these categories of people who were earlier left out. Whereas the 1962 revision of the Workmen's Compensation Law extended coverage to include injuries resulting from accidents that occurred during an employee's rest or meal times. So, for instance, back under the 1944 law, if an employee was maybe going for his lunch and an accident took place and they got injured, the fact he was not working, he was going for his lunch, he was not protected. But you see, with Social Security now, the story has changed. Even if you were going for your lunch, crossing the road or on a moving object or whatever the case, walking, and an accident occurred, you got injured, you are protected under Social Security. Also, if the employee was working for a third party and an accident occurred, again, they were not protected under the Workmen's Compensation Act. However, under Social Security, the story is different. Social Security provides protection. So, I mean, we're not going into Social Security itself today like that, but we just want to draw a picture what makes Social Security important to our society, especially to the workforce of the nation. Because you see, if you compare what is happening now through Social Security and what the situation used to be back then somebody want to sit somewhere in the corner and say, thank God for Social Security. Thank God for Nasscorp. It is important our people understand that Nasscorp has a part to play. When we come next week, by the grace of God, then we will talk a little bit more about the successes, the achievements of Social Security over the years. And then the following week, we'd like to talk about the future of Social Security in Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Daniels. If you're just joining us, this is the Nasscorp Hour, live from Radio Monrovia 92.1 FM. And you've been listening to my co-host, Mr. Don Daniels, emphasizing on the evolution of Social Security in Liberia. And we will continue next week, as he said, and the week after. As you know, we're turning 50 on July 10th. Okay? This is the Nasscorp Hour. This program is here to educate our people of the country all about National Social Security and Welfare Corporation and its functions. Okay, I know our listeners out there are eagerly waiting to call in. We're going to give you the time to call in. We're going to open the lines 0777-921-921, 0881-356-900, and 0770-549-961. This is the Nasscorp Hour. Let's hear from you. 0777-921-921, 0881-356-900, or WhatsApp 0770-549-961. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name and where you calling from?
I'm calling from Habel.
And your name, please?
Margibi County.
Okay, and your name, please?
My name is Sammy Bernard Fania.
How may we help you today, Sammy?
Yes, I retired now. I'm now 62 years old, and I went to Nasscorp office, and they promised to get back to me. It has passed 8 weeks, and nobody has called me. So I'm calling now to find out whether I still have anything to benefit from Nasscorp.
So you were a member of the Social Security program, Mr. Bernard?
Yeah. I worked for 21 years. I worked for Cottington for 7 years. I worked for Wire for 14 years.
And you hold a Social Security membership ID card, right?
Yeah, the ID card I have, Social Security came to Wire office and did the ID card. I have a copy of that ID card here.
And also, you made contributions during the times that you worked.
The what?
You made contributions while you worked at the various places you worked at.
Yes. I made contribution. That's why when they went to the far in, they assigned me to IB to go open my bank account. I went there, I did everything they said they were going to call me, and since then they have not called me.
Oh, so you've opened your bank account and all, and we have not got back to you yet.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do today, right after the show, please stay near the phone. I'm going to call you, pick up some information from you, find out at Nasscorp as to what is happening with your benefits. Then I will call you back to give you a feedback.
Okay, this is my number.
Yeah, I'm going to call you back on it after the show today.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mr. Bernard.
Thank you. 0777-921-921. 0881-356-900. You're live listening to the Nasscorp Hour. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Mohammed Baba calling from Cape Mount.
Okay, what's the name again?
Mohammed Baba, Liberia National Party.
Okay, how may we help you today, Mr. Baba?
Yeah. See the poor done up to now. I'm not getting the pension benefit here. Almost the second one now.
You have been receiving, Mr. Bye-bye?
No, I'm not receiving nothing yet.
You have not received anything yet, and this is the second month since you put in for it?
Yes.
Have you done your biometrics, your fingerprint, open a bank account, or anything of the kind?
I did everything. We went to bed, to Nasscorp, to LBDR, open there, get my number.
Okay, Mr. Powerby, can I call you back after the show to take up your particulars and do a follow-up at Nasscorp? Can I call you back after the show to get information from you so I can do a follow-up at Nasscorp so I can give you a feedback?
Okay, yeah, I'll be accepting your call.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Hello? Hello?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello?
You're live on the Nasscorp. You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where you calling from?
Thank you very much, Madam Ferguson. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Of all the good things for Nasscorp you have said, listen to me. My employer pension me since March 2025, and I have got all my processes from your branch on 13/6. And second, I did everything from the bank. I received my bank account, my everything from the bank, BDR. Up to now, the ID of kind all I have it. Up to now, nothing. And most of my friends have seen. You get the bank, you can't see nothing. Up to now.
Okay, sir. I didn't get your name when you called in.
It's somehow to me. What really makes me now to feel bad is about let's say in your organization is because I was that very day. I was fixing my processes, and the blue paper came to me. The blue paper. While getting down that day, car business was hard.
Hello, sir.
Car because of my working condition.
Hello,
so
sir.
My boss, they get my flat away because I haven't.
Hello.
Food to eat.
Hello.
The next day I went to your office on our 15th Street and told them.
We lost that caller. I was trying to get his name.
So I hope you have his number. I'm going to call him back after the show. He said he received his blue letter.
Yes.
I wanted to ask him whether he went to the bank to check his account. Because having received the blue letter, it meant that we made payment for him at the bank. Did he try to go to the bank and check his account, and what was the result there?
Well, when you call him
when I call him back, I'll get those kind of information from him. Yeah.
Okay, hello, you're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where are you calling from?
My name is Darlington. Please help me move. I do join you from Habia.
Okay, how may we help you today?
Yeah, I get two concerns, and the first one has to do with. Well, I all heard you saying that when. Hello?
Yes, I'm listening.
I all heard you that when you are working and when you come for lunch, you avoid an accident. Nasscorp can protect you. Right?
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, but I had similar case like that, and Nasscorp did not even do anything for me.
Did you inform your supervisor, your office, your employer, and did they inform Nasscorp afterwards?
I spent like 3 months in the hospital at Dusa. I spent like 3 months at Dusa.
So, Darlington, do you know whether Nasscorp was informed of your condition?
No, I don't know what Nasscorp informed.
That is very important. You see, you have a responsibility to inform Nasscorp. Your employer also has a responsibility to inform Nasscorp of your situation when you get involved in an accident, when you left work and was on your lunch break. You see, you are having lunch and still going back to work, so you are not away from the job yet. So when you had that accident and got injured in the hospital, your company, whether you work for Firestone, should have informed Nasscorp of your condition, and certainly Nasscorp was going to be there with you. But you see, you can't tell me now for certain whether Nasscorp was informed. Yeah, so I'm sorry for your situation, but
hello.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the next concern?
Hello.
Hello, I'm listening. What's the next concern?
Then can you come back?
What is it again you want to say?
Yeah, hello, I'm Ojolobo Wawe calling from Cotton Tree.
Okay, how may we help you today?
Yeah, it's okay. I really want to know how long will it take for the Social Security to process people documents so that they can start getting a benefit? Because I know of a friend who more than 2 years now he has not received his benefit.
2 years?
2 years.
So, Mr. Waller?
Yeah, Wawe.
Mr. Wawe?
Yes.
Did you find out from your friend what Social Security said about him and his benefit? He gave you any information?
The only thing he said, he from Firestone, they usually put in the ID card to the sub office, then you have to wait, and that the waiting list is on. We'll call you.
No. So, you see, it's difficult. It's difficult when we don't have the information we need to work with. Tell your friend to visit our Habel office and check up on his submission of his claim. Yeah, we'll be able to give him a progress report if you are provided, or you can tell him to call the show if you can reach out to him. We can get information from him and see how we can help him out.
Oh, okay. We'll go to the office tomorrow, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
All right.
Hello, you're live on the Nasscorp Hour.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Well, I'm Victor M. Zilli, and I call from Barnaby Junction.
Okay, how may we help you today?
Some time ago, I've been working with Kuwoka Rubber Plantation. I was involved in a motor accident on the working duty. Communication was done to Nasscorp, to the plantation office, to the sub branch in Ganta about the accident, informing them about my accident, and the accident led to fracture in my right leg. But since then, benefited nothing from Nasscorp.
Did you yourself visit our Nasscorp office to follow up? Because you say your company informed us, right? Our local office in Nima.
Yeah, and the local office in Ganta.
Yeah. Did you go there to find out anything?
No, I never went there.
No. So you don't even know yet whether your company actually informed Nasscorp, right? That's what they told you. They told you that they informed Nasscorp.
Yeah.
But you didn't go to Nasscorp to find out whether they actually informed Nasscorp.
No, at that time I was staying in the sick bush.
When you came out of the sick bush, did you go to Nasscorp office in Ganta to find out whether they knew about your situation?
No.
So it's important you do so, my brother. You hear?
Okay.
Once you're around Ganta, just go there and find out, tell them about your condition and see whether that information was ever given to them. Because the employer may say, oh, we told Nasscorp, just to get you off their back. But sometimes they got busy. They forgot that they didn't tell Nasscorp.
Okay, I will do.
Please do that, brother.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, we have another caller. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Fode Masako calling from CORA.
Okay, how may we help you today?
Yeah, my concern is people talk about when you are going for lunch, like example, accident happen. In case when you on your regular break, God forbid, in case when you on your regular break, like example, you working on a Monday, give you a 1 week or 2 day break, you go for break, then such a thing happen to you, what would be the benefit of you?
When you're off.
So when you are not at work,
yeah,
you don't benefit from the job related program that Nasscorp operates.
No.
Yeah, that thing about on your lunch break and other thing, it has to do with a job related program that we got, the job benefit, the job accident benefit program that we operate. You yeah, that one part you'll get benefit under the pension. But you will not get benefit because of work, because you are not working. Like over the weekends, holidays, when you are going to work, when you're not at work. No, if you're involved in an accident and get injured, you won't get benefits under the job accident benefit program. But you could get benefit under the pension program.
Hello. Hello, you're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where you calling from?
Thank you. I'm James Fanboy. I call from Magibi.
Okay, how may we help you today?
Yeah, I want to understand something. Like my father worked for Firestone for over the year 30 years. During the time 1989 to 1990, when we heard about the plane war, we went back Bongante. While going Bongante, in social security article, everything dropped from him. They talking about everything dropped. So you're only taking pay with Firestone. Now we can already get a document. I don't know how we can already get it. If I need to stay in the system, I don't know.
My brother.
Yeah, getting you.
Yeah, brother Fanboy.
Yeah.
The old man used to be with Social Security, has Social Security ID card, right? The ID card lost during the war.
During the war.
After the war, the old man went back to work with Firestone, eh?
During that time, was the plane war. After the plane war, another war came again. And right after the war, he now went back to the people.
Since 1990?
Since 1990.
And you people didn't approach Social Security too since 1990?
Since 1990, only passing and get paid from.
He getting paid from Firestone now?
No, yeah.
And what Firestone told him about Nasscorp?
He not really know the old man not really to pass and tell them about Nasscorp.
But you said the old man still living?
Come in.
And you said the old man still living?
Yeah, he still living in Magibi.
And you said the old man getting money from Firestone?
Yeah, Firestone to go and open an account to LBDR.
So Firestone giving him money on there?
Yeah, to LBDR.
But the question I asked, did everybody in the country know about Social Security can get people who used to work and they're not working again because they're 60 years or older benefit? And all know that information? Did the old man ask Firestone about his social security under benefit?
You know, as yet.
So you asked now. You asked Firestone. Firestone will give your explanation, yeah?
Yeah, but I went to the building there, opposite the building to the office, and the boy asked me to say I should go to the head office.
They say you must come to the head office?
Yeah, they said I should go to the head office.
Did he go there?
Did you come, you mean to Social Security head office?
No, I never do that.
No, they told you to come to Social Security head office?
Yes.
And then you go there, you didn't go there, right?
Not yet.
So then, my brother, then you got to come, let's see what happening.
So as you come there?
Yeah, come there, let's see what happening. Because you can't stay where you are in my Gibi, then we understand the situation. So you got to come here to always sit down and talk about it. Or, if you're near Firestone, we got one small office in the Firestone Labor Office there. You can go there and inform them. They can help you too.
All right.
You hear?
All right.
Thank you. Do we have a caller? You're tuned into the Nasscorp Hour, 0777-921-921, 0881-356-900. Let's hear from you. And let me remind you, Nasscorp is going to be 50 years old on July 10th. That's a milestone.
That's a milestone. 50 years.
Hello?
Yes, you're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where you're calling from.
My name is Benjamin Zodogon.
Okay, how may we help you today?
Yeah, they go on Monday. I call on the show concerning my case, wherein I received a database from Social Security. And my company did not pay all my benefits. There are months that they didn't pay all my benefits.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I was told that y'all will come, y'all going to call me back to give me information, but since then I've never received a call.
You didn't go, Mr. Jolokan?
Mr. Jolokan?
Yes, sir.
I call you. Maybe your phone ringing, you never pick up. But before getting to the office, all of you that I promised to call, you people were about 8 on the show last week. I called all the numbers. However, you call again. You call, you say when you came to the office, we gave you information that your office did not submit all of the payrolls that will reflect your contributions, right?
Yes.
So you got to visit our office because we provided you that information. Did you inform the place you work that we got some months left out of your contributions?
Yeah, I got a chat. The database is with me.
You got the information on your contributions. Did you go back to your office to let your office know, oh, I went to Social Security and this is the information they gave me? For some months, they don't have any information for me. What did they say?
Yeah, the issue is this. Right now, I've been dismissed and I'm not authorized to enter the fence. So to really get to them and to require for them is a little bit difficult.
Okay, then.
They dismissed me already.
I don't know about people being dismissed and cannot get redressed, especially you don't want to go back to work there. You just want information on your Social Security. So this is what I'm going to do for you. I will call you again today. Please be near your phone, Mr. Jolokon.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I will call you again today to pick up some information and see how we can be of help to you, yeah?
Okay. We have a caller. Hello.
Hello?
You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where you calling from?
Yeah. Hello?
You're live.
Hello?
Your name, please. We lost that caller. Hello?
Hello?
You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where you calling from?
I'm MONROVIA from the district.
Your name again, please?
Yeah.
What is your name? What is your name, please?
Yeah, we did the fingerprint and all, and the people say we should wait. We say the government have not sent our name to you people, or what happened? I want to hear from you people, please.
Okay, I keep asking for your name. What is your name?
Hello? Look at you, clear, please.
Hello?
Hello? Yeah, I'm getting you.
Hello?
I'm saying that we did a fingerprint, we say all the fun, we did a fingerprint, and they took us to wait. And since that, it has been 2 months, we can't hear nothing.
So what's your name, sir?
What the next step?
What is your name, sir?
My name is Walaba P. Yakadi from Zero District.
So, Walaba?
Yes.
I will call you after the show to pick up information from you and check you, yeah?
All right. I'll be happy.
You're welcome, sir.
Do we have a caller? Hello?
Hello?
You're live on the Nasscorp Hour. Your name, please, and where are you calling from?
My name is Princess Gangloku. I'm calling from Stephen Tower Estate.
Okay, Princess, what's your last name again?
Gangloku.
Okay, how may we help you today?
You got it?
You said Yango. What did she say?
G-A-N. Should I spell it?
Yeah, G-A-N.
G-L-O.
Ganglo, okay.
K-U.
Ganglo Clue. Okay, how may we help you today?
Yes. I called to find out. My mother worked for the government for say something like 40 plus years. And she died. She was insured with Social Security. Is she entitled to any benefit?
And she's dead?
Yes, she's dead.
So, Princess, your mother is not alive right now, right?
I'm not getting you too clearly.
Your mother is not alive right now?
No.
Yes, my mother is not alive.
Yeah. So you're concerned whether there are any benefits for you, the children?
Yes.
Yes, there are benefits for the children. However, if the child or children age is more than 21 years, they do not qualify to get their deceased parents' Social Security benefit.
Princess?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Yeah. So when did the old man pass?
The old man died 2016.
2016.
Yes, January.
When the old man passed, did you approach Social Security for anything?
Yes.
And what did...
I went there, my aunt and myself went there. They just stopped us right to the gate. We explained that my mom, she was insured with Social Security and she died. So we came to find the way forward because we don't know anything about Social Security.
Okay.
Right to the gate, they just told us she's not entitled to any benefit. I mean, it was so painful. We just turned around and keep going. I mean, from that time, I just been feeling bad about their own Social Security thing. So since I heard about this program, I said I was called to really find out.
So Princess?
Yeah.
You saying that thing that it would sound so bad. When you told your time, you and your mom, or you and your sister, your auntie went to Social Security. You explain your situation. Somebody at Social Security told you, oh, but the old man had died. And you're big. If you're the one who want the benefit, you don't qualify to get it. Only the small children then can get it. The small children, we mean children who are born today, 1 day old to 21 years old. Those were the children who are qualified to get it. That's how the people explain it to you. But again, if you are not satisfied with that explanation they give you, you go and ask them to talk with somebody big from the office there. That you're right. You could have asked to talk to somebody or the person who spoke to you, and they will allow you to speak with that person, and the person will clarify it for you. You see, not because your mom was working with Social Security and then she passed and you're sorry for the woman therefore, even though that's since 2016, but still there's nobody to replace her mother. You're sorry for her death. Mean that the children will just get benefit because the man or the power with Social Security. It's not how the program can work. The children got to be of certain age to qualify to get it. They got to be small, 21 years and younger. But you see, when you and your auntie went there, you have passed 21 years. That's why the people say, oh, but you ain't qualified to get it. Oh. But I sure they told you too, if you have small children then, the woman has small children, the woman own children there. Now your own children there. The woman own children. You know.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Daniels. If you're just joining us, this has been your program, the Nasscorp Hour. And in studio today is Mr. Daniels, my co-host. Thank you, Mr. Daniels. And we've been reminding you that Social Security is turning 50 years old on July 10th. And what we started today is the evolution of Social Security in Liberia. You did hear a mouthful from Mr. Daniels, who will continue next week. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniels.
Thank you, too.
We also want to say thank you to ELBC 99.9 FM, Liberty Broadcasting Services 105.5, Laxa Radio 92.5, Puma 106.3, Classic Radio 93.9 FM, Radio Live 92.5 FM, and The Voice of Firestone 89.5 FM. I will like forget my TLC Africa live stream YouTube page that we're on. Thank you to you all and the crew at Radio Monrovia here. Thank you all very much. Remember, this program is here to educate the people all about National Social Security and welfare corporations and its functions. This has been your program, the Nasscorp Hour. We'll be right back with you next week, same time, same place. My name is CORA Taylor Ferguson, your host and presenter. Thank you.
Corporation, we provide social protection in case of injury, sickness, or death.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation.
It's all about tomorrow.
Touches the life of everyone.
Now just obey. Think about the future.
Now who will look up for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow? Now who will look up for me in the time of trouble? Now who will be there for my family tomorrow?
Now hustle, whole day. I hear myself, I won't go hospital, no way. It go.
National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. We